Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for the next session, AI Talent Force Development. Our panelist and moderator is taking their seat on stage. Ms. Suparna Roy, the stage is yours right now. I'd like to request you to take your seat on stage.
Good morning, everyone. So welcome to our most exciting and future defining sessions for today's program is AI Talent Force Development. And I'm Suparna Roy. I'm the development specialist and development professional working for World Bank, especially targeting on the digital transformation. And we have eminent panelists today. So how should I start? I mean, what's the context, like building AI talent force for the country? So if you stand the edge of like technology revolution, and one thing is very clear that artificial intelligence is not coming soon, it's already here, and it has been impacting our global and the country economy in many ways. So the question that I have, like, in the context of the country, like, we will be the consumers of this revolution, or will we rise as creators, contributors, and then global competitors at the age of AI? So, but the answer lies in our people, right? In how we build our youth and empower our workforce and aligning our institutions to build the AI infrastructure, AI talent force for the country. So if we see around the world, there are many other countries, they are also working, acting first in this AI revolution. Like one of the countries like Singapore has launched AI apprenticeship with the guaranteed jobs. In Rwanda, they built a pipeline for the AI talent force by engaging its diaspora. So there are many examples. So here in Bangladesh, we already have the SITs, like a young workforce, a growing digital economy, and also like academia brilliance across institutions. So however, we need the coordination, we need a vision, and also we need a power, like to what the vision that we have been thinking about that to build the AI talent force. So this is the context, and today we are amazing group of experts from academia and the private sector. So I'm just highlighting 3 key questions, and maybe we'll go in detail. First thing that we want to capture from our panelists, that how do we build a coordinated AI talent pipeline from classrooms to careers? Second thing we want to address, how do we reskill the most emerging sectors like RMG and the gig economy and like BPO sectors. Third thing that I want to highlight, like how do we leverage the power of our diaspora, the academia, and the industry to build a global competent AI workforce. So these are the 3 areas that we will be addressing today. But the insights, interestingly that I think the earlier panel also addressed the AI policy, because the government is thinking about the drop the AI policy. And the insights that we will be receiving from our panelists, that will be also directly inform that particularly this section for the AI talent pool development, how it will be addressed. So from these are the insights very, very important for us today from the panelists. So I'll just introduce my panel. The panel that we have today, Mr. Mamunur Rashid, Professor from Computer Science and Engineering, University of Dhaka. And Mr. Gholam Rabiul Alam, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, BRAC University. And Mr. Bodrul Hossain Liton, Joint Secretary, Secondary and Higher Education, Higher Education. And we have Mr. Muhammad Saifur Rahman, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, BUET. And Mr. Muhammad Nazrul Islam, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Military Institute of Science and Technology, MIST. Mr. Nabil Mohammed, Professor, Electrical and Computer Engineering, North-South University. So you can see like our panel, they are mostly from the Computer and Science and Engineering Department. So we have a rich panel today, and we'll be hearing from them. So first, I wanted to ask each of the panelists to share some of the views from the institution level, what exactly their institutions from the university, what exactly they were doing, the shaping the AI talent force from your institutions, from your university and from the ministry as well. So I'm just keeping maybe it's 90 seconds, so we just have time for each of the panelists to address this one. I know this is very tough, but it would be helpful to get into deep dive to other questions as well. Thank you.
So,
Yeah,
should
so
I
we can start from there. You.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me here as a panelist. Interestingly, let's say something negative first and then positive. What we have done about AI in Dhaka University Computer Science. If you ask me, I think the context is almost similar in the whole country. Some anger, some frustration. What are you doing? AI is moving very fast. We are not doing anything in AI. Something like that. However, positive part is we are trying to do something. We're trying to solve few things, few of our surrounding problems. The problems stated in the earlier session, stated in the inaugural session. They said about students are using AI to solve their problems and others. And the teachers, they cannot actually track them. We build some sort of software based on AI in our department, and we can actually track these issues. So this is what specifically we are doing. We have very tiny infrastructure for, training the model for AI development. And also we have updated our curriculum so that we can be, in accordance with the future AI development others. So I will speak again in the next question. Thank you.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. I am Professor Saifur Rahman from the Department of CSE BUET. So let me talk about a little bit what BUET is doing in terms of AI education. In our university, specifically in our department, we have UG curriculum where since 1988 we have been teaching AI as a course. And since 2011 we introduced machine learning. Machine learning is the hype these days. We introduced machine learning since 2011 as optional course. And then from 2022, this became mandatory. All the students are taking this course as part of their core requirements. In terms of postgraduate, we have plenty of courses like natural language processing, computer vision, reinforcement learning, artificial intelligence, and advanced machine learning. And on top of that, we also introduced a program in the postgraduate studies specifically for AI and ML. We have a master's and PhD program in AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. These are for your institutional learning. In those who are not studying in undergraduate or postgraduate studies, for them we also have diploma programs or certification programs like applied machine learning, generative AI techniques. Specifically, we trained people from the industry on generative AI techniques, prompt engineering, and so on in recent times. Now, university is about creating knowledge. So we have a lot of research going on in terms of AI and specifically applied AI. For example, we are very passionate about AI in healthcare. We have collaborated with PG, BARDEM, and National Institute of Neuroscience to build predictive models for different types of diseases. We also work on computer vision, ML for security, ML for systems and systems for ML, and so on. We also collaborate in terms of ML with the industry. We have had several projects with Samsung R&D Bangladesh and so on. These aside, we also mentor university students and others in top AI competitions like IEEE, VIP, and SP Cups, and also local competitions. So these are some of the footprints we have from our university in building AI development and talent forces in the country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Respected Chair, respected moderators, and honorable panelists, and my dear participants, very good afternoon to you all. Assalamu alaikum. I am so much honored to sit here as a panelist. This is Bodrul Hasan Liton. I am working as the Joint Secretary of Secondary and Higher Education Division under Ministry of Education. Especially, my branch is Performance, Innovation, and Service Development. Recently, I joined there. I would like to speak in Bangla if you consider me. আজকের যে বিষয়টা হচ্ছে এআই ট্যালেন্ট ফোর্স ডেভেলপমেন্ট, এটা এই বিষয়টা হচ্ছে শুধু যে আপনার প্রযুক্তি উন্নয়নের কথা বলে তা নয়, এটা ভবিষ্যৎ অর্থনীতি এবং আন্তর্জাতিকরণের ভিত প্রস্তুত করে। আমরা এমন একটা যুগে আমরা প্রবেশ করেছি যেটা বায়োটেক, ইলেকট্রনিক্স, আর্টিফিশিয়াল ইন্টেলিজেন্স, রোবোটিক্সের এই 4 প্রযুক্তি একসাথে নিয়ে সমাজ বিনির্মাণে কিন্তু কাজ করে থাকে, এবং সেটাতে শুরু করে হয় সামাজিক কাঠামো, অর্থনৈতিক নীতিমালা এবং আন্তর্জাতিক রাজনীতিতে এটা বিস্তৃত হয়ে আছে। এটা উচ্চতর প্রযুক্তি এবং সামাজিক ও ভূ রাজনীতিক এটার অনেক গুরুত্ব আছে। যেমন এআই কেবলমাত্র একটি কৌশলগত প্রযুক্তি নয়, এটি রূপান্তরকারী একটা শক্তি। সারা পৃথিবীতেই কিন্তু এটা ব্যবহার করে এক অবস্থা থেকে আরেক অবস্থাতে উন্নতর দিকে কিন্তু চলে যাচ্ছে, এবং সেভাবে কিন্তু হচ্ছে। আপনারা দেখেন যে আমরা যদি দেখি যে রোগ নির্ণয়, কৃষিক্ষেত্রে বৈপ্লবিক পরিবর্তন হোক, নগর পরিকল্পনায়ও বৈপ্লবিক পরিবর্তন এসেছে, এবং সাইবার নিরাপত্তা, আমাদের দেশীয় প্রতিরক্ষা এবং রাজনৈতিক বিশ্লেষণের ক্রমবর্ধমান কিন্তু ভূমিকা আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি। বিশ্ব অর্থনীতিতে কিন্তু এআই প্রযুক্তি কিন্তু ক্রমাগতভাবে বাড়ছে, এবং এটার ফলে এটা যেমন উন্নত চিপ নকশা, তারপরে অটোনোমাস সিস্টেম এবং ভাষা প্রক্রিয়াকরণের দক্ষতা অর্জনকারী দেশগুলো তারাই কিন্তু এখন নেতৃত্ব দিচ্ছে। আমরা এগুলোতে দেখতে পাচ্ছি, যেমন আজকে ইসরায়েল বলেন, আমেরিকা বলেন, বা পাশ্চাত্যের যে দেশগুলো বলেন, ইরানও কিন্তু অনেকটা এগিয়েছে। এআই প্রযুক্তির মাধ্যমে দেখা যায় আন্তর্জাতিকভাবে এরা সারা পৃথিবীকে গ্লোবাল একটা তারা নিয়ন্ত্রণে নিয়ে আসছে। এবং শুধু তাই নয়, এই যে প্রথম যে আপনার অ্যাটাকটা হয়েছে এআই প্রযুক্তির মাধ্যমে, কে কোথায় কীভাবে অবস্থান করছে সেটা কিন্তু আইডেন্টিফাই করেছে। শুধু এটা হচ্ছে খারাপ দিক বলছি, এটা হচ্ছে খারাপ দিক, যুদ্ধটা হচ্ছে খারাপ দিক, কিন্তু ভালো দিকটাও আছে। সেটার মাধ্যমে আমি যেটা বললাম যে একটু আগে, যে জিনিসটা হচ্ছে গিয়া আপনার সাইবার নিরাপত্তা, তারপর হচ্ছে গিয়া রোগ নির্ণয়, সেগুলোর ক্ষেত্রে শিক্ষা ব্যবস্থার যে রূপান্তর, সেটা হচ্ছে থিওরি থেকে বাস্তব অভিজ্ঞতার দিকে আমরা যদি যাই। এআই ট্যালেন্ট ফোর্স তৈরি করতে হলে আমাদের শিক্ষা ব্যবস্থা বুনিয়াদী পরিবর্তন আনতে হবে। কোথায় আনতে হবে? কারিকুলামে অন্তর্ভুক্তি। আমাদের কিন্তু এটাতে বড়ই অভাব আছে, এবং আমরা কিন্তু দেখতে পাই যে কারিকুলামে এই বিষয়টা কিন্তু ব্যাপকভাবে নেই। আমরা এটাকে কিন্তু অন্তর্ভুক্ত করতে পারলে একটা বিরাট একটা সেক্টর তৈরি হচ্ছে। আমরা কি দেখতে পাই এখানে? আমাদের এখন কিন্তু ডেমোগ্রাফিক ডিভিডেন্ড চলতেছে। আপনারা তো জানেন, ওয়ার্কফোর্স কিন্তু এখন বেশি, ওয়ার্কেবল পিপল কিন্তু বাংলাদেশে সর্বোচ্চ। এটা কিন্তু আগামী 51 সাল পর্যন্ত কিন্তু চলমান থাকবে, তারপর ডাউনের দিকে যাবে, 35-36 পর থেকে কিন্তু ডাউনের দিকে যাবে। হ্যাঁ, এটা কিন্তু বিশ্বে কিন্তু প্রত্যেকটা দেশেই কিন্তু 100 বছর পর পর আসে। তো এত ওয়ার্কেবল আমাদের ফোর্স থাকার পরেও আমরা কাজে লাগাতে পারছি না, এটা কিন্তু আমাদের কিন্তু চরম ব্যর্থতা। কারণ সবাই কিন্তু মাস্টার্স পাস করবে, সবাই লেখাপড়া করবে, শেষ করে বেকার। তো সেটার জন্যই দরকার মাস পর্যায়ে তাদেরকে সেক্টর ভিত্তিক, যেমন চায়নাতে আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে 35% হচ্ছে গিয়ে টেকনিক্যাল এডুকেশন, আর আমরা মাত্র 9%। কিন্তু মতান্তর বলে থাকে যে 15%, কিন্তু বাস্তবিক করতে 9% যেটা জানা যায় আর কি। তো সেটাকে কীভাবে 35% উঠানো যায়, সেটাই কিন্তু এআই টেকনোলজিটাকে যদি আমরা টেকনিক্যাল এডুকেশনে বা টেকনিক্যাল কাজের ভিতরে যদি আমরা নিয়ে নিতে পারি, এবং একটা পর্যায়ে যদি আমরা গ্রেডিং সিস্টেমে এভাবে বলতে পারি যে এই গ্রেডের উপরে মানে নিচে পেলে তাকে অবশ্যই তাকে টেকনিক্যাল যেতে হবে, অথবা সে অন্যরাও আসতে পারবে। এটা আছে। আবার কৃষি ক্ষেত্রে আমরা ব্যবহার করতে পারি এআই প্রযুক্তি ব্যবহার করে, যেমন দুগ্ধ খামার, তারপরে হচ্ছে গিয়ে এই যে হচ্ছে আপনার মৎস্য কৃষি উৎপাদন, এবং অঞ্চলভিত্তিক কৃষি উৎপাদন করা যেতে পারে। অঞ্চলভিত্তিক বলা যেতে পারে এই অঞ্চলে এই ফসলটা উৎপাদন হবে, হ্যাঁ এটার জন্য কী লাগবে, সার কতটুকু লাগবে, কীভাবে নেওয়া যাবে, অর্থাৎ লোন নেওয়া যাবে, সরকারি লোন যাবে, সবগুলোই কিন্তু একটা ইয়ের ভিতর থাকবে। তখন একটা পর্যায়ে গিয়ে তাকে ওইভাবে কিন্তু কর্মময় শিক্ষায় নিয়ে তাকে কিন্তু ওয়ার্কেবল করে দেওয়া যায়, কিন্তু সেটাও কিন্তু করতে পারে। এবং এআই প্রযুক্তি কিন্তু এখানে কিন্তু বিশাল একটা ভূমিকা পালন করতে পারে।
আমরা কি একটু আমরা কি একটু যেতে পারি কিনা? আমরা তো একাডেমির কাছে শুনছিলাম যে what exactly they are doing from the institutions. As you were representing the Ministry of Education, so what exactly you are focusing now on the AI? You mentioned the AI curriculum, right? So what exactly the activities that you were doing from the ministry? And
আমরা এটাই চেষ্টা করছি এখন। আমরা চেষ্টা করছি যে বিদেশি যে কারিকুলাম আছে লেখাপড়ার যেটা আছে, সেটাকে মানে এআই প্রযুক্তি আমরা করব, সেটাকে কিভাবে দেশীয় মানে ইয়াতে আমাদের এডুকেশন কারিকুলামে অন্তর্ভুক্ত করা, যেটা একটু চিন্তাভাবনা হচ্ছে, এটা বাস্তবায়ন হচ্ছে না, চিন্তাভাবনা করা হচ্ছে। পাশাপাশি আমরা যে ইয়াগুলো আছে, যেমন নায়েম আছে, আমাদের প্রশিক্ষণ একাডেমিগুলো আছে, নায়েম আছে, তারপরে ইয়ে আছে, মাউসি আছে, বিভিন্ন জায়গায় এই প্রশিক্ষণ একাডেমিগুলোতে আমাদের কিন্তু প্রশিক্ষণ দেওয়া হচ্ছে, টিচারদেরকে ব্যাপকভাবে প্রশিক্ষণ দেওয়া হচ্ছে, কম্পিউটার সায়েন্স, এয়ার টেকনোলজি এগুলোর উপরে প্রশিক্ষণ দেওয়া হচ্ছে। কিন্তু এটা আমার মনে হয় যে আরও ব্যাপক পরিসরে বাড়ানো দরকার। সেটার জন্য আমাদের একাডেমি এগুলো কিন্তু ভালো ভূমিকা পালন করতে পারে, যেটা আমরা দেখেছি যেমন বুয়েট থেকে শুরু করে চুয়েট, রোয়েট বা এরকম ধরনের, যেখানে আর্টিফিশিয়াল ইন্টেলিজেন্সের উপরে অনেক ইয়ে আছে। তো এই ওনাদেরকে, স্যারদেরকে যদি আমরা এইভাবে যদি আমরা গবেষণা ইয়াতে যদি আমরা তাদেরকে অন্তর্ভুক্ত করতে পারি, পাশাপাশি যদি গবেষণা একটা বিরাট একটা ইয়া, এটাও কিন্তু আমাদের চিন্তা ভাবনা আছে যে গবেষণা প্রত্যেকটা ইয়াতে কিন্তু গবেষণা প্রতিষ্ঠান থাকবে। এই বিশ্ববিদ্যালয় এবং শিল্প খাত এই দুটোর ভিতরে সমন্বয় করেই কিন্তু এটা ইয়া করতে হবে। তো এখন কিন্তু এটা চলমান আছে, একটা বিশাল একটা মিনিস্ট্রি, আপনি বোঝেন যে একটা, অর্থাৎ মাধ্যমিক উচ্চ শিক্ষা তো আমার মনে হয় যে প্রায় 6 কোটি থেকে 7 কোটি, আর আমার মনে হয় আর বেশিও হবে স্টুডেন্ট, 6 থেকে 7 কোটি তো হবেই, প্রায় হয়ে যাবে, যেহেতু 18 থেকে 20 কোটির মতো মানুষ, এর ভিতরে এতজন হবে। তো এতজন যে এই মিনিস্ট্রি কিন্তু মানে অনেকভাবেই কিন্তু এটা পরিচালনা করা খুব কষ্টকর হয়ে যাচ্ছে বা চালানো হচ্ছে ওইভাবে। তারপরেও চেষ্টা করা হচ্ছে যে প্রত্যেকটাকে একটা সিস্টেমের ভিতরে আনার জন্য আমাদের মন্ত্রণালয় থেকে নতুন নতুন আইডিওলজি, যেমন আমাদের ইয়ে করা হয়েছে, যেমন অনলাইন সিস্টেমের মাধ্যমে যে কোনো বদলিটা কিন্তু অনলাইন সিস্টেম করা হয়েছে। অনলাইনে যে কেউ আবেদন করে সে কিন্তু মানে সে সহজেই কিন্তু সে বদলি হতে পারে, এরকম ধরনের বিষয়গুলো কিন্তু আমরা করছি।
Thank you so much for all of the insights. আমার মনে হয় যে we can also pass to our next panelist. We want to hear from MIST what exactly MIST is focusing now on AI education.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. I am Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Nazrul, representing Military Institute of Science and Technology. And you know where the discipline meets innovation, and the science is not only for serving the defense forces, but also we are contributing a lot for the national development. Like the BUET and other institutions, at MIST also we have incorporated several courses on AI and data science, both in undergrad and PG courses. And our students are taking very much hands-on training and practical experience in several subjects related to AI, especially the machine learning pipeline, image processing, computer vision, and pattern recognition, and also AI ethics. And you will be happy to know that our students are doing research as a final year thesis students. About 50% of them are focusing on these subjects. And very recently, in 2021, we have established a Center for Advanced Computing Research and Innovation Center. So where there is 3 divisions, and one of the division was AI. Through this division, actually we have offered several contemporary AI-related short course, micro-credential course for the government, non-government, employer as well as for students. And obviously we have collaborated with the government and industries as well when we have offered these courses. And very recently, we have trained 1,000 government officials under the ACE project, where we have given a very special focus on generative AI, and Industry 4.0. And we have also established an advanced intelligent computing lab so that our students get the access for GPU and other high configuration PC so that they can do work for AI and innovation on that. However, the paradigm of our institutions, especially the CSC department, is very much aligned with the AI because we consider that AI is not a technology, it's really a strategic capability that will really lead our country for the next future. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I am from BRAC University. This is Professor Ghulam Rabiul Alam. BRAC University also has taken many initiatives to prepare their students and faculties for the next generation AI. Firstly, the curriculum developments. In case of the curriculum development, specifically in CSE department, we have incorporated total 17 AI-related courses. Out of the 17, 10 in undergraduate studies and 7 in MSc studies. Not only the computer science department, but also some other departments like James P. Grant School also introduced the health informatics. The business school also introduced the major in business analytics. And then architecture department also include the AI for their digital innovations. We have also the AI infrastructure, specifically in computer science departments and Tripoli departments. We have total 6 labs. Those are dedicated for AI innovations. We have the computer vision and intelligence systems lab. We have the high performance computing unit lab. And we have also the AI lab itself. And then we have the center, we call it the BIOS center. In high performance computing unit, we have total 97 high performance computing unit. And there are several pieces like NVIDIA RTX A6000 GPU. So this is for supporting the AI innovation for the whole university. And BRAC University also support the research and innovation in AI. And for that, BRAC University initiated several research grants, and then research assistantship for senior faculty members, and also the research that is incentives for the research publications. After that, we have many signature projects also, like the BRACU signature projects on AI and robotics specifically. BRACU Mongolturi, BRACU Onnesha, BRACU Duburi, you may have heard the name of those projects. And the latest one is mapped in Bangladesh for the garment sectors. So those are the signature projects of AI in AI for BRAC University. And also, we have the incubation center. We call it the Business Incubation Center for the students, for the alumni, and for the BRACU community. So if you have any idea, if you want to develop it, and if you want to make it a product, then this Business Innovation Center or an incubation center, it will help us to make it a product. And finally, we also, that is, hire the experts from outside. And also, sometimes they arrange some sort of seminars, workshops. Specifically, our students, those are studied in maybe PhD study in foreign universities, and also foreign professors. So we want to incorporate the diaspora knowledge also in innovation. Thank you.
Maybe to brief in 90 seconds because we have many questions. So, yeah.
Hi, it's great to be here. At North-South, we do, I think the faculties here have already covered what is the practice, having courses, having seminars, having workshops, having incubation centers. I'd probably just like to concentrate for about 60 seconds on something which I believe is we've put in a bit of effort in doing it in a concentrated effort. For about 5 years' time, North-South University, a group of about 5 faculty members within the department, backed by the department, the school, and the university, has established what is called the Machine Intelligence Lab. The faculty members are actually present here, the ones who run the lab. This lab is 100% funded by industry. There's not a single project here that happens which is funded by anything out of industries. It's 100% industry-backed R&D lab for AI projects. For the past 3 years alone, we've worked on 25 projects where our students are co-supervised by industry personnel and faculty members. And when we're talking about outcome or what is a successful project within the lab, the discussion is basically this. It has to solve the industry problem, meaning it has to add value to the industry partner. Then it has to result in a high quality publication. If that does not happen, it's not a successful project as far as we're concerned. So what's happened in this modality is we've had students who are trained not only doing rigorous research, but also how to partner with business people, how to speak their language, how to understand what adds value to a particular social cause or a business cause. And just in the last 3 years, we've had 25 successful projects, meaning there's a solution made, it is useful for the industry partner, and we've managed to publish in places like CVPR, EMNLP, KDD, NACL. These are the top venues in AI. And when the work is not theoretical AI, which is only relegated to academia, these are publications coming out of things which has been useful for someone because they paid for it, they paid money for it, right? It's a for-profit company who paid money to get this done. So I think we have a successful model to train students to have the best of both worlds. It's now a matter of scaling it so that we can really take it to the next level. Thanks.
Thank you so much for each of the panelists for sharing mostly inspiring stories. I mean, they're like initiatives from your institutions, and I see this is very encouraging. I'll come to you just finishing it up. So this is very encouraging that we have the infrastructure. I mean, that at the university level, right? GPU. You mentioned about GPU. You mentioned about the R&D lab, incubation center, and also some of the universities. You are also started the AI courses and the master's program. So this is very encouraging for us. We are on the edge. So I'll be going to you, but there are many questions for you. So on that particular side, I mean that because there is a discussion. I mean, there is a emerging topic that on this curriculum. I mean that the curriculum that the university have been following, and the industry workforce that we are needed. So there are some gaps that you find out, right? So because we know the university curriculum or this the curriculum from this text board is not something that we can change very quickly at a random basis. So my question, I just wanted to ask Professor Mamoon, and then I'll be going to, come to you, that what exactly you're thinking for this curriculum, if you want to national curriculum to evolve, to address the CI talent force, what exactly the things, intervention that we need to think about that? And this is a very tough question, and I'll be coming to you to hear your perspective from the Minister of Education.
Thank you very much. One thing is, I was actually assigned 90 seconds for Dhaka University to speak about what is happening, but I think everybody took more than 90 seconds. So I could not tell many things. Dhaka University is also having similar kind of syllabus and all those, and the structure is almost similar. Another part I'd like, before answering your question, I was just heard from the ministry honorable panelist that we are going to focus on the curriculum in the abroad, foreign. I have a very strict reservation on this because last time we could copy the curriculum from the outside and put it for Bangladesh, but the basic part, in a class, there are only 20 students for that curriculum, but we have 200. So from that point of view, if you want to copy anything from abroad, please think it twice. Now, question is how we can develop AI talent force in Bangladesh, how we can develop the curriculum. First part is we have to put age-appropriate AI concepts. I mean, we cannot do anything that we can introduce anything very complex in primary and secondary level. And of course, we have to think about AI ethics and responsible AI from the very beginning. I mean, from primary and secondary level, we have to teach these things. And of course, there are some hands-on learning. What we should not do, what we should not incorporate in the AI in primary and secondary level. One thing is, should not include anything very complex, should not include as a term artificial intelligence in the primary and secondary level. I mean, should not include definition type of things. Yesterday I was talking with one of the industrialists. I was asking that what actually you need, a person to be AI efficient in future. They have said, please make your student mathematically efficient. So that is very important thing. Also make the curriculum something like problem solving. Make your curriculum something like that so that people can grow reasoning, so that people can have, computational thinking and pattern recognition understanding. Not in this sense, in these terminologies, but you can prepare your curriculum something like that so that we can do this, we can implement this. Second thing is, in the curriculum, whatever we have included, that has to be supported by the teachers, faculty members. So we have to train them. That is also a very general concept, but what is happening in our country, we teach our teachers, faculty members in primary and secondary level in a very inconvenient schedule. Maybe the training is started from 6 o'clock because they have classes all the day, so the timing is very bad, and they don't have much incentive to have such trainings. So from that point of view, if you want to do some good curriculum, you have to train your faculty members as well. And along with that, you must have a AI-assisted evaluation platform along with the curriculum. You must have an AI-assisted evaluation platform, and through that, I think some of the panelists in the previous session and in the inaugural session was telling that if we can actually identify the skill area of a particular student, we have to provide them some sort of platform. Through that platform, that will be able to tell you what that particular student is going to do in future. So along with the curriculum, these are the parts that you need to develop. In case of tertiary education, I'm going to say about don'ts. Please do not open any more undergraduate degree like BSc in Artificial Intelligence. Do not open BSc in Cybersecurity, BSc in Internet of Things. I mean, these are very good commercial terms for attracting the students. Rather, whatever we have in our current curriculum, whatever we have in our tertiary curriculum is enough. If we can focus on the mathematics, if we can focus on the linear algebra, differential equations, and these kind of things. I believe if we follow these particular things, whatever we have with more significance, I think we'll be able to get a good curriculum. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I just wanted to hear from you the policy perspective, because you're leading from the Ministry of Education and then from higher education. So what exactly you were thinking? Like you earlier mentioned, like there are some activities and projects and then initiatives for the training program that you were leading. But the question I have to you in terms of curriculum, because this is very important. As we know, like, there are some ICT courses in the higher education level, but to adapt these AI courses and to learning, I mean that for especially the higher students, higher graduate students level. So what exactly you're thinking, like the curriculum needs to be evolved and to be adapted following the global standard? Because there are other countries that, like China, that we have heard, like the China and other countries, they are like started the AI courses at the primary education level. So in your viewpoints, because we need to think about our infrastructure as well, right? The schools and then the accessibility of the devices. So following the constraints that we have, affordability and the accessibility in devices. So what exactly your points that how the curriculum should be designed, or do you think like curriculum needs to address this AI thing for this tertiary level? And how should it start? How should it start? What could be the starting point from the Ministry of Education? We have, if you just help us to identify a couple of points, that would be helpful for us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I would like to add some points in my previous question. That was, we already introduced so many labs in the grassroots level, in the school and college, and computer lab and AI lab also. Students get the facility to develop their skills in these sectors. And we have some source that the teacher source, skills teacher source. We are trying to train up them so that they will develop them in this AI and computer skillness. And now I would like to say something in the curriculum level, about the curriculum. You know that previously one curriculum was imposed to the nation but all of the students, they are not habituated that. And the guardian also, they all of them are annoyed in this curriculum. So we need that what is the students' need. We should measure the students' needs and the guardian needs, and their capacity, their capability, and the curriculum should be like that this curriculum will help there in the after their education level, their working level or jobbing level. This also we should think. Yeah. Now we are thinking about the foreign curriculum, like the Cambridge and the Oxford curriculum. In this curriculum, we see that the lab facility project and others, so many activities are within this, and this is the worldwide recognized. And we think we are seeing that now we are going the natural, that is the Procholito, that means the education system, our curriculum is not after completion of this curriculum of this education, that our student will not compete the foreign students. So we think that if we introduce the foreign curriculum and alignment to this to our curriculum, to our national curriculum, then we can get the best benefit. So we are thinking this. Yeah.
No, we agree. I mean that we need to follow the global standardization in terms of like curriculum development. So I want to pass to like Professor Nabil, because unfortunately we have a very short time. We need to finish it in 15 minutes. So we need to cut down all of the questions to all of the panelists. So I see like this is important. We need to address. So this is about the academia industry collaboration. So I heard you were sharing like how your like R&D labs have been helping and collaborating with the industry. So what's your viewpoints in terms of the context of Bangladesh, like how AI credentialed courses that you can launch? Because there are other countries, many countries, like I was mentioning like NASSCOM's Future Skills and the Singapore's Global Skills Forum. So they are collaborating very closely with the industry. And they're also like launching these programs of, the industry accredited program. So what's your viewpoint that how Bangladesh can start these sort of things, and what are the interventions that we can do? Maybe we can we can use like 2 minutes for you. Yep.
Yeah. This is maybe an unpopular opinion, but I don't think it's actually possible for someone, really any panel of experts, to come and say, this is the exact way that we are going to start an accredited industry collaborated course or track in universities. I just don't think it works. A much better approach would be to say, let's try A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and let's see what works, learn from it, iterate quickly, and do better. One of the things that we always talk about in the CAC circles is we have to move quickly, we have to have agility, we have to be able to adapt. But when it comes to this particular sector, AI education, curriculum development, we tend to be very traditional in nature. It's basically, we will be irrelevant in the next 5 years if we do not figure out ways of having industry needs aligned with academic needs and having academic needs aligned with industry needs. We will be irrelevant in the next 5 years. Other people will simply be irrelevant. For us to stay relevant, we will need to align both of them, which would include accredited AI tracks or courses. How exactly to get that working in the context of Bangladesh with our constraints is a question that requires, for the lack of a better term, experimentation. So it could be that we bring the NASSCOM model, try and adapt it, but we have to be ready to say, no, this doesn't work. we'll try something else. But we have to start. And the second thing is, quite often when policymakers, so we had a panel right before about potentially people who will be policymakers. Policymakers will give a policy, and they will give it from a position which is high up here on the stage. But the people who have to implement it are faculty members and probably industry employees who are not incentivized or facilitated to do this. So a policy that does not incentivize and facilitate faculty members and industry employees is simply not going to work. And we also probably need to look beyond the Bangladeshi industry gamut. So I'm sorry, I don't have a clear answer. I just have more problems that we have to solve.
Thank you so much. So I want to move for the next question, Professor Mohammad Saifur Rahman and also Professor Nozrul, if you also linked some of the things. Because we know the like jobs, right? So jobs is a very important agenda for the country now. And if we ask the promising sector like the RMG, and also like BPO sector and the gig economy workers, they're also affecting, right? So we all know like how AI could affect these job sectors in future trends. So like one of the data points that I want to share, like for the gig economy, that from 2017 report from the Oxford Institute, our freelancers are, their work has been ranked in the 2nd position globally. But in 2024, it has been like slipped, and it is now 29 in the global rank. So, and also you can think about how AI, the reskilling of that workforce could impact the positions. Now we are also having, it could be slipped more in future. So the questions to you exactly that, what are the barriers, what are the things that you think like for the reskilling these particular job sectors, for the targeting the RMG and also gig economy workers and also BPO sectors? So if you might be short, that would be thank you.
Thank you for this very important question. So it's a very pertinent question for us because with the advent of AI, all the repetitive jobs, all the mundane jobs are going to be obliterated sooner or later, and people need to move to more creative opportunities, right? So whatever low-level jobs that we have, for example, the sieving worker in the RMG or the receptionist type of things in an online solution, they have to think of reskilling themselves, and the challenge is like they have barriers in how can we skill them. So firstly, the barrier is in their own literacy in digital world. Like a lot of our people from the low-income families or the people who are impoverished, they often struggle in even using the computers or the mobile phones, right? So now we are talking about to take one step ahead and learn about AI and utilizing AI tools. So that's going to be a very big challenge. So that's number one barrier that I see, that they don't even have the digital literacy. The number two issue is that when I want to educate someone in AI, you need a lot of training programs, and right now we don't have a lot of training programs or infrastructures in terms of in our own language, native language. So language is a barrier for people who do not have enough education, right? So if you give him or her a course from Coursera or somewhere else, it's not going to be very effective for them. So that's another issue. The number three issue is motivation, right? So if someone doesn't understand it yet that his job is at risk, he is not motivated enough to risk 1 or 2 hours of pay and try to reskill himself or herself. So that's a motivation that those people who are impoverished, they are not looking at the world around them and understanding how the world is changing. So they need to realize that, and they need to put effort in themselves, in reskilling themselves. People always need to set aside some time, and that's a struggle for garments workers or BPO workers, right? And the other thing is your employer, he needs to have some incentive to let you go for 1 or 2 hours for training. In our country, most of the time we are looking for short-term profits, and we are not investing for the long-term stability or long-term existence. A lot of times your managers are reluctant to give you the time to reskill yourself, right? So that's another challenge I see. And last but not the least, the challenge I see is, it comes back to your digital literacy issue as well, in terms of if you were to have a sustained model of reskilling these people, you will need to have online solutions. And for that, you need to have good internet services, and this set of people need to have access to smartphones. This is something of a struggle for very low-income families. So these are some of the challenges that I see, and in the interest of time, some of the solutions, rather than me discussing, maybe Professor Nozrul can discuss some of those solutions that we can think of. Thank you.
Yeah, you rightly pointed out, I mean, that these are the really, the barriers that we have been facing. So from Professor Nozrul, I wanted to hear from, one or two sentences, like maybe you also identified like some of the interventions, but what do you think, like, most important interventions that we should focus on at this current stage?
Okay, thank you. Actually, many points are addressed, and actually I'm given 1 or 2 minutes. So for 1 or 2 minutes, I just say one incident with me. A few days back, I was just spoke with an bike rider, and he was mentioning me that actually he wants to learn something new, but he cannot manage the time. And if he just go for the learning something new, then who will pay for the rent for that bike for that day? So actually these things gives many messages to us. For this group of vulnerable society, they don't only need the infrastructure and the opportunity, but also we have to give them the time, money, and also that kind of encouragement. So that every companies where our gig workers, or as well as our RMG or BPO staff people who are working there, they can learn some special things, especially go for the micro-credential courses, so that by that courses, they directly go for some employment. You know, we had here the AI APA, annotation APA, those who just learn how to annotate the data from the YouTube, and they are now doing jobs in European project and just annotating the data for an agriculture project, where it is a very specific part of AI ecosystem as well. That is, this annotation will help how to learn an AI tool. So this way they can also learn how to do the freelancing using the ChatGPT or generative AI. They can do some creative video using the Canva. So there are many, this kind of micro-credential course can be a good solution for them, because still our curriculums from the primary to tertiary levels are not incorporated with the AI. For example, they can very easily learn how to do the campaign through the social media using some AI tool. So this is an example. So one professions can be created using that things. So that's why the polytechnical institutions, the trade course centers in the rural areas, that can be utilized. Moreover, most of the boot camp and hackathons are organized in the universities and in the district cities, but we can do it in the rural areas where we, the Bangladeshi AI peoples as well as diasporas, can go and they can connect and motivate them, so that a complete awareness and also the campaign from the government perspective can make them ensure that, okay, AI is very simple, it is not always ask for the coding, but only by changing their paradigm, they can easily adapt themselves with the AI technologies. Otherwise, there will be a very vacuum. Already in my previous in sessions, we have heard that by 2041, 60% of the job will be cut off because of if the peoples will not go for the AI technologies things. Another thing I just wanted to mention, because we have shortage of time, if we teach them AI, this group of people, then we have to also teach them ethical AI, how to use ethically AI. Otherwise, this vulnerable group learned something very little bit maybe, and they can do something that might be not good for the society and harmful. You already know that, because what is the mechanism behind that we have to also look for. So that's I can say for this minute, and if I get the time, I can add something more. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sam. These are all good suggestions. I just wanted to connect one of the points for the diaspora network that you mentioned. So I wanted to give floor to Professor Robiul on the diaspora network, because if you see some of the countries, in our neighboring countries, in other countries, there are examples from Nigeria and Rwanda. They have also successfully established, networked with their diaspora to set up like fellowship programs, advisory boards. So, and also, if you see like Bangladesh, like Bangladesh also have a good presence, like in US, in Canada, and European market even. There are good IT companies, they're also doing very good. What do you think, how can we leverage the diaspora network for Bangladesh? One of the points that I wanted to say, the jobs for the who have been skilled on the AI, and also some of the like mentorship program, and also like R&D activities. So my point is like, obviously we should engage like the diaspora network for the country's benefit. So what do you think? What's your viewpoints on this?
Okay, thank you for the question. Diaspora professionals, actually our assets. If we plan for a long-term vision, then maybe, as the panelists already discussed about, we need to focus on our curriculum also. But think about the short-term plan. If you plan for the long term, maybe you need to plan for the next 30 years or maybe next 50 years. But for the short-term plan, you want to build AI hub in Bangladesh. Then what are the resources you have at this stage or at this moment? So maybe the diaspora could be the resources. Okay. Many academicians, they are worked in different universities in whole world. Many industrialists, they also work in different institutions and different organizations in different countries. So we can utilize their knowledge, we can utilize their wisdom, we can utilize their skills and experiences also. Okay, then how do we incorporate those to make the Bangladesh as a AI innovative nation, okay, for the AI innovations? Not only the consumers, but also the innovators, okay? For that, maybe if you think about like, to be a AI innovative nation, what we need? The first need, we need the AI researchers. Then second need, we need the AI infrastructures. Third need, we need the AI funding. And fourth need, we need just AI policy. So maybe out of these 4 pillars, the diaspora professional then can help in each and every pole here. So that's why I think we need to introduce some mechanisms also to incentivize our diaspora professionals also. They need some kind of recognition. Just say thank you to them. They will maybe they will encourage and help you in each and every manner. And then maybe sometimes we need to change the national policy also. You have to accept the dual citizenship for the diaspora professionals. You have to change your maybe taxation policy if you want to incorporate diaspora professionals in our maybe entrepreneurship development. So that's all, I think. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for enlightening us with all of the insights from all of the panelists. So there are indications like I need to hard stop by one, but I wanted to ask one last question to all of you. I mean that if you could describe the future of Bangladesh AI talent force in one word, what would it be? So I can start from Professor Nabil. One word, not one sentence.
I would like it to be relevant.
I want to be optimistic on this case.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I always believe on paradigm shift. We have to shift our paradigm from the traditional or manual automation to transformative. That means paradigm shift.
I am optimistic that that will be possible. But I beg from you some minutes. That means 1 minute. Okay.
1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute.
If
1 minute.
the organizer will allow, we do have time for 1 minute. No.
1 minute.
So maybe we can connect to you later on the.
Some points. I think that this is very much important. Yeah.
Okay, you can go for it.
This is we should emphasize to the AI talent force to make AI talent force in this education level. This is so many necessary nowadays. So we should change our curriculum system. You know that Delhi's ex-chief minister Arvind Kejriwal introduced a system in every sections that there was a session that the students can get some money from to use their mobile and others. We can introduce this. And the others in your curriculum in the secondary level, we can introduce AI and robotic basic idea. This we are thinking so. And the lab-based training also, hackathon and real problem solution. Students so that they can solution in the labs. And the research assistance. Thank you so much. We are trying.
Thank you so much, sharing for the encouraging
So I
initiative.
definitely see a bright future for the AI talent pool. We just need the right set of policies, investments, and in particular support in AI incubation.
Yeah, just more than one word, positive and convenient in future.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all encouraging words. So very briefly, just I wanted to summarize the discussion from all of the panelists they have shared. So we need a strong AI policy. I think the previous panel have shared, like they're also drafting. So this AI policy can drive all of the things that we are thinking, right, to change our future job sector addressing the AI. And also, panelists highlighted the short-term and mid-term and long-term, and why we'll be preparing this AI policy. We need to be mindful about this to prepare the strategy following the short-term and mid-term and long-term. And on the other side, the curriculum and the preparedness to, because you, Professor mentioned, like the curriculum can adopt the AI, but it's not just to adapt to and the changing of the curriculum, because the preparedness, the readiness, because who will be leading, who will be educating, they needs to be also transformed. So this is one of the points that clearly came out in the discussion. And other thing that I wanted to highlight, even like for this curriculum development, there should be focused, because we know the educated unemployment in country like this is also is a suffering case for us, is growing. Is like as per the last part, the BBS data is like more than 12%, which is like higher than the total unemployment rate. So I think we need to be careful about the curriculum development. I mean that like AI tools, maybe it could be the prompt engineering, and other side it could be like to prepare the AI engineers. So these are I think the critical points that you all of the panelists mentioned. And also other things came out, like the AI literacy for the mass people, because we are asking about the AI workforce, but obviously how AI is coming out in this digital revolution. So all of the sectors, even like who was not working in the formal sector, we need to think about the AI literacy program especially for the rural and schools level students and underserved areas as well, because how AI will be impacting the global and the local economy. So we need to be very careful about the using of AI tools like AI ethics, because AI ethics came out in the discussion. So it's very important, like AI literacy. And we have been talking about the AI literacy, how it could be planned for the country. So and the last thing that I wanted to mention from the government side, because this is very important, and all of the panelists highlighted the infrastructure, the affordability and the accessibility of users, like, so who will be using, so we need the infrastructure, right infrastructure, and also like ensure the accessibility, like smartphone devices, so that they can also access and avail that particular digital content and the digital facilities, so that then it could be impactful and meaningful activity for our economy. So that's the end of our session and the discussion, and I wanted to thank all our eminent panelists for spending time with us on this BEAR Summit on the AI Talent Force Development, and they have given their all efforts. I know because before joining this session, they have tried to mingling among themselves, and then try to figure out what could be the strategic viewpoints that they can share in the forum, and it could be addressed in the AI policy. So thank you once again, all of our eminent panelists and also the audiences. Thank you.